Hey guys, what's going on? Hayden here. So unless you live under a rock, you've probably seen the Sun and Moon leaks if you're weak like me. Now, to clarify, I have only looked at the Pokemon, their stats, and the moves that they can learn, okay? I have not looked at any story stuff, nothing like that. I just want to know what the Pokemon are like so I can build my team, okay? Some of you are totally avoiding the leaks, which is fine. With that said, there is going to be some stuff that was leaked today talked about in this video. I won't show video or anything. I won't show any footage, but I will talk about the Pokemon that have been leaked. Okay? I'm not going to show any pictures of anything that has been unreleased so far. Okay? So that includes there's some Pokemon on my team that have not been officially confirmed by the Pokemon Company yet. I will not be showing those Pokemon in this video, okay? But I will be talking about stuff that has not been confirmed by Pokemon. So if you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video now, all right? So I want to talk to you guys about my team for Sun and Moon. I did a video about a week ago at this point talking about who I was going to use on my team. And it has changed a little bit with these leaks coming out. I've changed who I'm going to be using on my team. I have some different opinions about certain Pokemon in the game now. Some of my opinions haven't changed about some of the Pokemon, but some of them have altered with these leaks and whatnot. So I'm just going to kind of talk about it very casually. I've got the leaks open right now on the computer, so I will be kind of like darting back and forth between the camera and the computer to talk about this because there is some stuff I want to talk to you guys about that I have to be able to look at the computer for this. So first off, I'm going to talk to you guys about my starter. Am I sticking with Rowlet or am I switching? Because you guys know I was Team Rowlet since day one. I'm sticking with Rowlet. Okay. Now here's the main complaint I've been seeing from people online. Uh, well, not just Rowlet, but everything is slow in this game. Like there's so many freaking slow Pokemon. Like it's weird. Like there's Pokemon that are uncharacteristically slow. Like there's a certain Pokemon I'll get to later in this video that I'm using on my team. I still like him, and I still like him. I still like what they're doing with him, but he's not what I expected. But anyway, I'll get to that later. There's just a lot of slow Pokemon. I mean, I know that's the joke going around, but it's just I can't believe it. Like everything is faster before it evolves. So anyway, Rowlet. Decidueye specifically, being the final evolution of Rowlet, I am still sticking with him. He is still definitely my favorite starter of this generation. His stats really aren't that bad to me. When I first saw Rowlet, I never thought he would be a fast Pokemon. I never did. I always saw him as like a bulky attacker, kind of like Swampert. And that's pretty much what he's become. And Swampert, as you guys might know, is my favorite starter of all time. Probably, he's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, but easily my favorite starter. And Rowlet or Decidueye, sorry, has pretty much fulfilled that. So, um, I've got the video here open now. So, it seems like you get Decidueye at level 34, if I'm reading this right. So that's kind of cool. Kind of a weird level, but we've seen weird levels with starters in the past. Now he's got 78 HP. I'm looking at the computer now. He's got 78 HP as a base stat, 107 attack, 75 defense, 100 special attack, 100 special defense, and 70 speed. So he's not terribly slow. I mean, he's not fast, but he's not terribly slow either. Um, I can see him he's a very weird Pokemon. I can see him being a somewhat bulky physical attacker, I guess. See, this is the weird thing. His stat spread is very, very weird. Like, there's just not another way to say it. It's very weird. Um, if I were to use him to the best of my ability, just looking at him right now, again, I haven't played competitive in a long time, so like I haven't really played since Gen 5. I would almost want to like EV him like equally through like HP, attack, and special defense, and just kind of make him like a physical attacker, but have some special bulk as well. And that's not too common of a stat spread, so that can make him kind of unique. But he gets some pretty solid moves. He gets Leaf Blade, He gets Sucker Punch, which has actually been nerfed to 70 base power. It's not 80 anymore. It's 70, which I think is kind of interesting. But yeah, he gets Leaf Blade. He gets Brave Bird. He really doesn't get a lot of ghost moves besides Spirit Shackle. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Um, just kind of looking through here. Um, yeah, Spirit Shackle. He gets Ominous Wind, Confuse Ray. He gets Curse. That could actually be pretty good. Because he gets Curse. Oh, sorry, no, he's a Ghost type. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I was gonna say he could set up. Never mind, he's a Ghost type. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's actually pretty good. You know, he gets access to some decent TMs from what I can tell here. I mean, he gets Steel Wing. He gets obviously Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. Um, I don't know. I love the design. I've never hated the design. The design is amazing. Ever since the Chinese leaks happened, I've always been like reassured that Rowlet was the right choice for me. I love him. He's definitely my favorite grass type in this game by far. He might actually be like my favorite Pokemon of this generation, but only time will tell. Okay, so Decidueye definitely staying on my team. I think his stat spread is unique, but I think it has potential. His typing, I really like his typing. I love that he's a ghost type, and I definitely think that he's the best starter to choose from. Again, just my opinion. Yeah, so the next Pokemon, this is one that I have loved since the beginning, and he's still staying on my team because he's exactly what I expected him to be, and that is Lycanroc. Now, Lycanroc is the evolved form of Rockruff, and again, just kind of clicking here and scrolling through the videos of the leaks. But yeah, Lycanroc, no doubt in my mind that he was going to be a staple to my team, and that is staying true. Now, I am going to be playing Pokemon Sun, so I am going to be using the midday form, which I really just think is so much better. But yeah, he gets, I forget what it's called. It's that priority rock move. Accelerock. So yeah, it's literally like the rock type version of Ice Shard and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. He gets Fire Fang and Thunder Fang, which that's really good for coverage. They're not amazing attacks by any means, but it is good coverage nonetheless. But yeah, okay, let's go over his stats. Let's go over his stats. He's got 75 HP, 115 attack, 65 defense, 55 special attack, 65 special defense, and 112 speed. So he's really fast, especially for a rock type. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if we've ever seen a rock type this fast. Again, I could totally be wrong, but it's not common that you see a fast rock type. So this is really cool. He gets that priority rock move. Don't know how useful that'll actually be on him, and what kind of Pokemon will be able to learn this move. Like, I wonder if some slow rock types, like just for example, Onyx or like Golem, will be able to get this move now. So that could be really useful on them. Um, but yeah, he gets Crunch, Rock Slide. Obviously, he learns Stealth Rock by level up, which is interesting. Um, let's see what kind of TMs this guy gets. I haven't memorized everything that I've looked at. Um, so he gets so Bulk Up. Okay, that's not bad. Brick Break. Yeah, I kind of saw that one. Um, So honestly, like his move pool isn't amazing based on like the TMs and like his level up, but I just love this design so freaking much that like, and his stats are good. Like his stats honestly are pretty good. If you want a fast, hard-hitting Pokemon, like he definitely does the job for that. Will he be that good competitively? Uh, as of right now, I don't think so. Well, only time will tell, obviously. He gets Sand Rush as an ability, so that's pretty cool. Um, I don't know. The design is what sold it for me. The design and the fact that he's a rock type. Like I don't like a lot of rock types, but so like I've kind of been looking for some cool rock types, and this is definitely one of them to me. So Lycanroc midday form, definitely the second Pokemon on my team. Now the third Pokemon, this is a Pokemon that I liked its first evolution or its first stage, but as I saw its evolved forms in the leaks, I didn't really like it. Now I'm really kind of warming up to it. I still prefer the first form the most, but yeah. So I'm talking about Toucannon, the final evolution of Pikipek. Now again, this hasn't been officially confirmed, so I won't be showing this on the screen or anything. But yeah, Toucannon. My God, the move pool on this thing is freaking amazing. So the reason it's okay, I gotta back up. Let's go over its stats first, okay? So it has 80 HP as a base stat, 120 attack, which is really good, 75 defense, 75 special attack, 75 special defense, and only 60 speed. Now, the speed is the problem here, and that seems to be the problem with a lot of Pokemon, let's be real. Um, but here's the thing. It gets Skill Link as an ability. And it gets a lot of moves that takes advantage of that ability. It gets Bullet Seed. It gets Rock Blast. It gets Fury Attack. I mean, Fury Attack sucks. Let's be real. You can just teach it Return. But yeah, you get so many cool moves to take advantage of this. And because he has bad speed, he can actually get Flame Charge through TM. So I actually really like the idea of this Pokemon. It's like what I would love to use on it is like I would probably use Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, Flame Charge, and like Brave Bird or something like that. Um, because it can get a lot of coverage, but those are also very reliable moves. Like, I mean, Rock Blast's accuracy isn't the best, but Bullet Seed has 100% accuracy, base 25 power, and if you hit 5 times in a row, that's 125 base power grass move, 100% accuracy. Like, that is so cool to me. Now, for a stat spread, it's a weird stat spread because it's got a really good attack, decent bulk, but underused, like really bad speed for a flying type for something that's got such good attack. It really doesn't have other stats to back it up. Um, so I really do want to have Flame Charge on this thing to boost its speed and make it more usable in battle. But the move pool is honestly what sold it for me. The stats are a little weird, yes, but with an attack power that huge, it was kind of hard to ignore. And then looking further into its moves, I was really sold on it. And I don't hate the design by any means. Toucannon, I think, still has a cool design. We've never seen a Toucan Pokemon. At least I think we haven't. But I do like Pikipek the most out of those three. Its design was really cool from day one. I really like its design. But Toucannon is still a really cool Pokemon, and I'm definitely excited to use it. Now seeing its move pool. The next Pokemon is what I was referring to at the beginning of this video. I don't see the logic in its stat spread, but I'm talking about Vikavolt. Okay, now I'm sure all of you guys have seen this. Like, oh my God, it is so freaking slow. Like, this makes no sense. Like, and I agree, it makes no sense that it's slow. But this is such a cool looking Pokemon. Like, it's a freaking like electric stag beetle kind of thing. Like, I don't know if it's exactly a stag beetle, but it looks so fucking cool. Like, I can't ignore it. And it's Bug Electric. Bug Electric is an amazing, amazing typing. It's only weak to, I think, Rock and Fire. Rock and Fire, I think are the only two types that are super effective against it. So this is a really good type, and it has Levitate. So even though it's not weak to ground moves, it can't be hit by those earthquakes, which is really cool. Now let's go over its stat spread in case you haven't seen it yet. 77 HP, 70 attack, 90 defense, 145 special attack. Like, that's bananas. 75 special defense, and 43 speed. Now, the hilarious thing about this is that fucking Grubbin is faster than this. Grubbin has 46 speed, and Vikavolt has 43. That is fucking hilarious to me. But anyway, let's talk about its move pool because it's actually got some pretty solid moves, I have to say. So, excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. Um, so obviously it gets like electric moves, like it gets spark, which I mean, fuck physical moves. It gets lots of good special moves. So it gets just I'm just trying to get to the list here. It really doesn't learn a lot of special moves from level up. What about Charge Bug? Does it learn a lot of special moves? I really should have came more prepared for this. But yeah, it seems like it mostly learns physical moves as it's leveling up, so it looks like you're going to have to mostly rely on TMs for this. Um, let's see, it gets Volt Switch, of course. It gets Charge Beam. Wow, it really does not get that many special moves. Energy Ball, okay, that's not bad. Yeah, obviously Thunderbolt. Is Bug Buzz a TM? It's gonna need a good special bug move. Mm, hopefully I'm just stupid and I'm not seeing it because it needs a good special bug move. Oh man, why didn't I look into this? Oh, Bug Buzz. There it is. There it is. Level 31, it gets Bug Buzz. Okay, cool. Whew, thank God. Um, so yeah, its move pool isn't amazing. Obviously from my little research ramble there. But it's 145 base special attack. Like I can't ignore that. Like it's yeah, it's super fucking slow, but it has decent bulk to take advantage of. And the fact that it has so few weaknesses, it can survive to dish out a few really, really strong special moves. So that's honestly why I'm sticking with it. It's still usable, just not in the way that I thought it would be. I saw him as a special sweeper. Honestly, I saw him as having super fucking high speed, a decent special attack stat, and then weak other stats. That's what I saw him as. But you know what? I think this works. I think this really does work. It's not what I expected, but I think it works. Now, the next Pokemon that I'm going to be talking about is Salandit's evolution, and I'm just going to get it up on screen for me so I can see what I'm talking about, because I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's called Salazzle. So, okay, this is another Pokemon that I liked pretty much immediately, and I still like now. It's a poison and fire type. It's still keeping Salandit's typing. So let's go over its stats. It's got 68 HP, 64 attack, 60 defense, 111 special attack, 60 special defense, and 117 speed. So this is a special sweeper Pokemon, I guess is what you would call it. It's got really bad defenses, but it can hit super hard with special attacks, and it can go really fast. It can get in there really fast, hit with a special attack, and maybe get it. All right, so it gets corrosion, which is the ability that can poison steel types or poison types. This Pokemon can poison the target even if it's steel or poison type, which is just freaking amazing. That is such a good ability. Um, but anyway, so it's a special hitter, and it gets some pretty awesome moves, I gotta say, based on what I was looking at earlier and based on what I'm remembering. So it can get obviously it gets stuff like flamethrower, fire blast, sludge bomb, all that kind of stuff. Um, and I did not mean to hit play there. But it can get some dragon moves. Like it has dragon rage on its level up. It it gets nasty plot, which is like that's fucking scary that it gets nasty plot. Um, it can get Venoshock. So if you're poisoning a Pokemon, and Venoshock is a special move, it does twice as much to a Pokemon that's poisoned. Like it's done. Like I don't care what kind of Pokemon you are. It's done. Like um, but yeah, let's see what else he gets because I'm just looking through the TMs now. Um, now here's an interesting thing. Leech Life is a TM in this game. I see that it gets Leech Life, and it's boosted up to 80. So like, what? Why the sudden buff with Leech Life? Anyway, a little off topic. But yeah, um, it gets mostly poison and fire moves. Um, But the fact that it can poison steel types, I mean, it's super usable just there, and it's like super fast. Um, let me see. It gets Shadow Claw. Okay, okay. That's a physical move, so that's kind of whatever. You can always slap Hidden Power on this thing if you can get the IVs right. Um, let's see. Yeah, he gets Dragon Claw. He gets Dragon Pulse. Okay, I didn't see that. He gets Dragon Pulse at a really high level, so that's really cool. So Salazzle is definitely a Pokemon. Like Salandit, I loved, and I was hoping that its evolution would be cool, and it still is. Now, here's the one sticking point about Salazzle. It can only be female. Salandit has an 87.5% chance of being male and a 12.5% chance of being female. And it's like Combi, where it will only evolve if it's a female. So, word of advice if you're still watching this video, get a female Salandit. Excuse me. God, I got a burp in all my videos. So yeah, but that's not really a big problem for me. Hopefully, Salandit is common to find, at least in the areas that you find them, so that I can keep resetting until I find a female one. Yeah, so that's 5 Pokemon down. The last Pokemon is one that I was kind of considering for a while, but I had to see what it became, and that is Toxapex. Now, Toxapex is the evolved form of that Pokemon, that little sea urchin Pokemon, that got leaked on the trading card game box, which I will not be showing in this video because it has not been officially confirmed. I want to avoid all this like takedown and the Nintendo Ninjas and whatnot. I just want to talk to you guys about this. So yeah, I think that's its name. Yeah, Toxapex. This Pokemon has disgustingly high defenses. So it's got, okay, I gotta rewind here. I got a little excited and I clicked too much. So it's got 50 HP, which is gross. That's not good. 63 attack, 152 defense, 53 special attack, 142 special defense, and 35 speed. It's a poison and water type. I was a little hesitant because I didn't want to double down on the poison typing, but this Pokemon has some seriously good moves to back up its stats. So, first of all, it gets, I gotta scroll back a bit, it gets a new move called Baneful Bunker, which is just, so it protects. It's like Protect, so it's priority, it's like Protect, but if a Pokemon makes direct contact with you, it will be poisoned. It's similar to Spiky Shield with Chestnut, where if you attacked it, you would take damage. You get poisoned when you take damage from, or when you attack when it's using Baneful Bunker. Now, that's cool on its own, but when this Pokemon's ability is Merciless. When a target is poisoned, its attacks become critical hits. Its attacks, if this stays the same as X and Y, become 1.5 times as powerful as before. Not only that, it gets access to Venoshock. Like, even with a really shitty 53 special attack, a Venoshock to a poison Pokemon from Toxapex, that is insanely strong. Like, that is really good. This is going to be a Pokemon to look out for, I think. I think this is going to be a seriously good Pokemon. Its stat spread is extremely weird. I think this will be a really good Pokemon. But not only that, it's a water type. So, like, I guess you could call it a bulky water type. Water and Poison is actually a pretty good typing. It's only weak to Ground, Electric, and Psychic. So, and with really high defenses like that, even though its HP is pretty low, it should still be able to take some hits. I didn't even talk about its not Dream World, its hidden ability. It gets Regenerator. A Pokemon with defenses this high should not have Regenerator. Like, oh my god, it's going to be so good. Like, I really think this Pokemon's going to be really awesome. Now, let's just talk about its moves. So besides, like, Baneful Bunker, Venoshock, and whatnot, it can get Toxic Spikes. So obviously it can get Toxic Spikes. But just the poison you can poison every Pokemon on an opponent's team. And then just attack them with Venoshock. And get critical hits that are twice as powerful. Like, Venoshock has a 65 base power. That becomes 130 with the whole poison, with it being poisoned. It gets Stab, and then it's a critical hit on top of that. Like, that is so strong. Like, I can't even get over that. Can't even get over that. Anyway, yeah. So it can get one. So yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. It gets a new water type move called Liquidation, which is an 85 base power, 100% accuracy, and it slams the foe with a full blast of water. It may also lower the target's defense stat, so it looks like a better version of Waterfall, in my opinion. Yeah, it can lower defense. It's around the same base power. So yeah, you can get like, you can get Sludge Wave, you can get Sludge Bomb, you can get Surf, obviously, Frost Breath. Did this thing get Ice Beam? I didn't check. Yes, so it does get Ice Beam. It does get Blizzard. Gets Pin Missile, whatever. Venom Drench. This is a new move. Opposing Pokemon are drenched in odd poisonous liquid. It lowers their special attack and speed stats of of a poison target. So this Pokemon is just all about fucking up like Pokemon that are already poisoned. Um, I don't know what to say. Like I really like this like the design is still it's pretty cool. I do like the design, but the fuckery that this Pokemon can deal to someone is just like incredible. So anyway, those are the Pokemon that I'm going to be using. So to review, Decidueye, Toucannon, um, Lycanroc, Vikavolt, Salazzle, and Toxapex. Those are my 6 Pokemon that I'm planning to use. Just to clarify, I still love Alolan Ninetales. I think it's still my favorite Alolan form, but I gotta have a water type. I know that you don't need Surf in this game because of the whole Poke Ride system, but water types are my favorite type of Pokemon. I just had to use a water type. That's just my weird little OCD thing. Um, so yeah, let me know what you guys think about my team in the comments below. If you guys have looked at the leaks, talk about it in the comments. I want to know what you guys are using, why you're using them, and all that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Sun and Moon coverage when it comes out. I really don't want to be covering the leaks and other Nintendo goodness. All right, peace out, guys. Bye.